All right, hi AP Chemistry students. Welcome to week 8 and 9 of AP Chemistry course. Glad you're with us still and hope you're doing well, continuing to work hard and asking questions, digging deep and enjoying the course. So let me know if you've got any questions whatsoever with anything. Certainly you can contact me anytime. We're going to be looking at thermochemistry now, and thermochemistry basically is looking at the heat that is involved in chemical reactions. So either heat is going to be released or heat is going to be absorbed, and there are ways to calculate that heat. It's also going to be called enthalpy. Enthalpy basically is the heat of a reaction when the pressure is constant. So you're going to hear heat and enthalpy be used interchangeably. In this chapter, just a quick preview, you're going to be talking a lot about energy. You should know these important concepts concerning energy, potential energy, kinetic energy, the fact that energy can be converted from one form to another, but it is never created nor destroyed. And then there's some equations here. So energy is defined as the ability to do work or to produce heat. So you'll notice here that Q is heat, W is work, and those two together is going to give you, they're going to give you the total change in energy. Okay? If it's talking directly about a gas, then an expanding gas can do work, and that's what this equation is about right here. It's relating the change in volume and that pressure to the amount of work that is done. By the way, this book is always going to talk about from the perspective of the system. So if work is being done on a gas, then it's gaining, and if work is being done by the gas, then it's losing. So just be aware of the direction of the energy, the direction of the heat, or the direction of the work. Likewise with exothermic and endothermic. An exothermic reaction is going to be releasing, it's going to be going out of the system. Endothermic is going to be going into the system, and a positive and negative sign is what denotes whether it is exothermic or endothermic. Okay? In order to calculate heat or enthalpy, there are a couple ways to do that, and so make sure you're aware of the different ways in the book that are discussed on how to find the enthalpy of a reaction. You need to be very, very competent and very, very comfortable doing that. Okay? Quick preview on chapter 6 here, as I just gave you, but now let's talk about week 8 and week 9. Again, a pattern here now to the course. These next 2 weeks are going to be covering just the one chapter, chapter 6. Make sure you're doing your reading and your note-taking and your homework problems and accessing the instructional videos. If you need help, there's always ways to get help throughout the course. You have lots of resources available to yourself, whether the videos or search online at your own leisure. Certainly don't hesitate to contact me, but use all the resources available to you first. I think you'll learn a lot more if you do that. The lab here is dealing with heat of neutralization, obviously dealing with thermochemistry. And then you'll notice down here you have cliff note assignments here on thermodynamics. Make sure you take the time to do that. Some really, really good challenging problems in there that you need to be practicing and need to make sure you understand. Okay? Chapter 6 test here. Make sure that when you do this, as always, that you are showing your work, and that when you submit your work that you submit and your answers that you submit on the test, they have to match. So don't be submitting something and then trying to do something else later on your work and try to get credit. That doesn't work that way. If you show your work, you have the potential of getting partial credit, so make sure you're doing that. Okay? So hope you enjoy this chapter. It is an important topic in chemistry, and let me know if you've got any questions. Always happy to help. Keep up the good work.